Hello, welcome to Mushtopia, a spin-off of another game that I played called Kinoko-Nun. If you haven't watched that, you can do so by, searching the VOD. Eventually I'll make it into a video as well on the channel. But yeah, it's kind of like a spin-off sequel to that game, developed by mt.saji. And again, this is translated by Totally a Mokoi. And apparently, this takes place after one of the bad endings. When like the mushrooms take over the world and whatnot. And I guess we'll see what happens. A little content warning though. This is tagged as horror, I think. This is referenced in the original version of the game. So, there might be some disturbing content. Viewer discretion is advised. I guess let's press new game. I forgot to mention, it also has to like, how do you say? It's definitely radically different gameplay, than the last game actually. Like apparently this is like an idle clicker. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But one day, my, or rather our, daily life came to an end. As if switching off a video game, in an instant, our life was over. With no saves, it was on Iron Man mode. Permadeath. One day, mushroom bombs fell from the sky, literally. The spores they scattered blacked out the sky. And not only that, as if melting, our intelligence drops. Only thinking of simple things, seeing things in a simple way, will reduce to such creatures. Ah yes. That's called social media. But I can think of it this way. Over these long years, I finally got my thoughts back. How many years had passed, I don't know. Could I ask someone? Someone. Everyone here are all creatures who cannot speak. Even if I forgot how to speak, I forgot who I was. Even I forgot? Or even I forgot, okay. Such a creature that only thinks in circles. Insignificant, meaningless creatures. Hey, you, over there. Can you hear my voice? I see. The document mentions such individuals are born very rarely. So you're one of them. Eh? Talking? Are you able to? As I thought. This is how we talk to each other, remember? She stares at the screen. She's talking to us, the player. I'm assuming. Alright. By the way, are you not bored? You have been. Why don't you come with me? I will... No. We will work towards our dreams together. Labor is a shortcut to happiness. So, how about it? My name is Kono. Nice to meet you. Yoroshiku. For the first time in a very long time, I had a conversation with a person, this Kono. I was bored and had no reason to say no, so I'll play this video game because I'm bored. No, it was more like I felt like I couldn't deny her, a feeling of unrivaled royalty. What is this feeling? Right, let's go. Oh, that's right. Your name, what is it? Names are important. We'll be friends, companions, family, allies. Please enter protagonist's name. I don't know if it's important. Is there a kind of like twist at the end or something involving your name? I don't know, but I'll put Slider. Alright, let's get to work as soon as possible. Off we go. But yeah, Kono is a character that we briefly only saw in the last game, to be honest. You can, like, she was kind of like a secret character, really. But yeah, this is, it takes place after one of the bad endings where the mushrooms won. Anyway, here's the tutorial. We're still unestablished as a fungal strain, a life form with only a small area of activity. That's why we need to produce more of us. Our aim is to multiply and expand our territory. So, I want Slider here to produce mushrooms in large quantities for our dreams. Mushrooms are manpower, materials, fuel. They have a wide variety of uses, so you should understand. Let's get started right away. I had captured 2 spored humans beforehand. Let's harvest mushrooms from them. Spored humans, you see, grow mushrooms on their heads by walking. Ah yes, just like the first game. First, I'll explain the conveyor belt on the right. Click on the red cross to place a human. When a spore is placed on the belt, they'll walk for their lives, producing steady mushroom growth. You decide when to harvest. The longer you wait, the bigger they grow, and the more you can harvest. The rarer the spored human, the bigger the maximum size. As for the incubator on the left, you can place a spore just like a conveyor. This one will automatically harvest the mushrooms. Very convenient. Spore humans have differences in potential. Which they're good for and which they're not good for is up to you. Once you gather a certain amount of mushrooms, you can use them in invasion, human resources, that's funny, human resources, and shop facilities. Invasion in particular is our ultimate goal, so when mushrooms have accumulated, let's set off some spectacular fireworks by killing all the humans, yay! I'll explain each facility in time, so don't worry about that yet. Kononu can be spoken to, conveyor belts, and incubator. Right. Would you like to hear the explanation again? This is a trap that a lot of video games do. Would you like to hear it again? And you get stuck in a loop. No. Alright. I guess most of the game is controlled by mouse, I think. So I guess we'll do that. So yeah, it's like it's a weird like idle clicker. I don't know. I don't play idle clickers. The only one I know, I guess, would be Cookie Clicker, right? It was the one that made it popular, as far as I remember. There's also the paperclip one, I think. I don't know. It's just kind of, how do you say? It's not a genre, I guess, of video games that you really play. I guess it's just kind of like a little mini game that you just mindlessly do. You know. I don't know how interesting of a video I can make out of this, but you know, probably a lot of some editing, cut out all the grinding, I guess. But using the incubator is convenient, since you just have to leave an experimental body in there and it'll harvest automatically. Great. We'll click on that. Bird's Nest and False Virgin. Let's see. Farmed and cultured. Was violently at the time of catch, but has settled since. Was scavenging for food. I think farmed is for conveyor, right? So they walk. And then this person, number 6 farm, so it's still better to do farm, I think. And they walk. They don't like die after 300 steps, I guess. Click on them. Okay, get 50 mushrooms. So I did play this for like, you know, I did open this game for like 10 seconds just to see what it's about. But I get the idea. It's just kind of like, just collect mushrooms, make the number go up. That's like all idle clickers, really. Anything else to say, Kono? Mushrooms are money, soldiers, and family. Amazing. Now these humans, do they have any thoughts, you know? It was mentioned that they... Screaming. It was mentioned that they apparently lost all sense of like, I'm assuming consciousness? They just mindlessly not walk around and don't say anything? So I guess that's what happened. I don't know. Start the invasion. Want to hear an explanation of a war? Sure. This is our headquarters for invasion. What's that gun she's holding? Looks like an assault rifle of some sort. In this world we live in, there are 6 places not yet invaded by mushroom spores. I guess the last remnants of humanity. When a lot of mushrooms are gathered, we can start the attack. Don't worry about battle and casualties. The mushrooms are turned to bombs, and everything is done in an instant, and they all die. I've already calculated how many mushrooms will cause immediate contamination of the habitat. Our immediate goal is to conquer the world. Let's get on with it. Yay! I'm assuming. Need a lot of mushrooms. 30,000 at least. Start that one. So, you know, that's the game. Just keep making those mushrooms and exponentially the number will go up. I'm assuming idle clicker. I mean, I don't know if idle clickers are super popular still, but I'm assuming in the mobile space, right? Like a ton of these like little like addicting, I guess, low... How do you say it? I want to say low attention needed, I guess? Like, you don't have to pay attention to it a lot kind of games. I mean, quite literally, it's an idle clicker. So it's meant to be just, you know, to be put on like AFK or whatever. Now it reminds me of like when people make macros for like an MMO or something, you know, like RuneScape. At that point, you know, what's the point? They're just grinding just to make the numbers go up, but I guess that's addicting, I guess. Let's see, human resources, sure. I'm actually wearing like a presidential hat, I guess. I don't know what we call that. This is our guard room for human resources. You can use mushrooms to look for humans in the wild. It's gonna take a great many mushroom soldiers to find good quality captures. But still random what kind of sport humans they'll bring in. Each one is given a star mark, which represents its rarity. The more mushrooms are mobilized, the greater the probability of bringing in a higher rarity capture. So it's known as Gacha. Okay. It's also gacha mechanics? Now I'm familiar with that. Like a lot of fake Grand Order. They used to, anyway. You'll likely start over with low rarity sport humans, but you should still make good use of them. Alright. So you need 300 at least. Is it like banners, you know? It's like the better the banner, the more likely you get like a better character, I'm assuming. Alright. Check out the shop. Your explanation? Sure. This place is the shop. You can upgrade factory equipment here. Mushrooms you gather will act as our currency. You know, I wonder why. You know, are we sacrificing mushrooms to machines? I don't know. Purchasing upgrades for the incubator and the conveyor belt will increase the growth speed and amount produced. You might not be able to afford anything at first, but when you have the mushrooms, investing is well worth it. Right. So I'm assuming, you know, typical idle clicker thing, where you upgrade the stuff, and then makes it better, then, you know, you make the number go up, even better, and then that's the idea. Mobilize 100 mushrooms, increase cultured mushroom yield. Cultured. Cultured, I think, is the incubator, I think, which I'm not really using at the moment. I can also make a conveyor mushroom yield better here, though. Should I do it right now? I might want more mushrooms instead. Or might, you know, more mushroom people. More slaves, basically. Let's go to human resources and gather a new human. Very high demand job, you know. Send in your resumes. Now walk, walk, walk. You know, that's your requirement, your requisite. At least 10 years of experience of walking in a line forever. Otherwise you get crushed in this like little like crusher thing, I guess. What do you have to say, Kono-chan? Mushrooms have multiple stages of growth. The greater the stage, the greater the harvest. I see. So this guy. Alright. Sure, let's do another one. Level 2, come on. Seems like only 1 star. It could be in 1 stars. What's the point? I guess I'll farm again. Culture is only 2. I feel like that's not very good, right? Walnut Maizena was just standing there in despair. Zetsubo. Ah, the weird balloon mushroom. Very creepy. Let's see. Let's do shop. Let's do, yes. Make that build better. I guess might as well make this better. Time. Sure. You know, apparently this is still made in RPG Maker, by the way. Works relatively well as a point-and-click kind of game. Not a lot of games are made in RPG Maker with mouse mechanics, you know, very well. I find them kind of clunky, actually, usually. But I guess it's because this is just one screen, right? It's just like, there's not much, how do you say, action on the screen. So you just click on stuff. That's 5,000. So we can do this, right? Level 3? Yeah. Ooh, level 3. Oh, level 3. Honey. Oh, they have like big numbers. They have crazy numbers. Don't know what this says though, unfortunately. But farmed is really high, so there you go. They have red hair. Oop, 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 oop. Sure. You gotta spend money to make money. Is that what, like, that for some reason that NPC from Dungeon Fighter Online, that line sticks with me. Alright. 30, well, let's see, how do I have enough? 30,000, we have enough, right? Alright, let's conquer this small cave. Ta-da! It belongs to us now. It belongs to the fungi. Thank you for your work. Human beings are weak. So, do you know why I'm doing this? I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure myself. I say I do it because I can, but it's more like I've been driven by something I don't understand. I want to get out there. I want to see the world. But I can't live in the sunlight, and neither can you. That's why I'll get rid of anything that stands in my way. Is that my reason? I don't really understand it. A purpose. What if there was a purpose that wasn't just survival instinct? Like a strong emotion. But I don't have anything like that. Well, we can find out together. So I guess, yeah, there's little these... Or, like you say, there's these little snippets after we invade place. I'm assuming after we invaded all the places, that's when we win. Guess I'll just do this again. Gotta get those level 3 humans. Yeah. Ooh. Harmony culture. Let's get another one. Gotcha. Level 2. And gotcha. Yorokobe. I don't know. I was reminded of a Grand Order. And like, I don't know, I just remember I made like a meme shitpost video one time about Kotomenikire and how he says Yorokobe after you get like a bad roll or something in a gacha game or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway. Alright, well, let's start replacing people, I guess. Let's see. Place you. This one better, assuming. Let's see. Maybe I want to play someone with good culture as well. Sanagi. Sanagi, third false skull being celebrated. I don't know what that means. Okay, moral. Okay, who's high, like, I guess Sanagi, like low farm but high culture, so I guess Sanagi is probably best there. I'll get that level 3. You know, it doesn't, you know, it's just like gacha games. It doesn't matter what the characters are. You just gotta get the high stars, you know? That's all that matters. So the one mechanic I don't actually like about gacha games, you know, it's like, I mean, it's literally the pay model. Or whatever, I don't know what you call it, but like, you know, it's the whole point of the game. Get like higher rare, or high star, or, you know, more rare characters and everything. But also makes the lower star characters kind of obsolete. And what if you like the lower star characters, you know? What if you form an attachment like Pokemon, where you want to raise like a starter Pokemon up to the maximum level because you like it? You can't really do that in gacha games. They kind of force you to use higher star characters for the most part. You know, you can't make like a lower star character viable for the entirety of the game usually. In most gacha games anyway. Boom, beam, boom. Numbers go up. Numbers going up even more. Actually, how much do I have? I have like a lot more than I thought. I already have, yeah, 100,000. That's pretty good. Probably have enough to afford one of these. Super roll. Go! Oh, only level 3. Which one's the lowest one? I guess this one. Tsukio. What's it? Wood ear. There you go. Now my numbers are pretty good. I just gotta pay attention to who has the lowest numbers. I guess the next one on the chopping block is Akaika. You know what would be very dark? You know? If I could like the ones I don't need anymore, just like throw them into the crusher here. I feel like that's what the game would encourage you to do. Up to you again. Have you tried upgrading the incubator? Okay, she's just backseating me. Great. The starting unit is very small, but buying new strains is relatively cheap, so upgrading is a good value for your mushrooms. If you buy some supplements for the culture, they'll grow even faster. Right. Let's do that. Let's see. Incubator speed. This is 50,000? Sure. Do that. And then even more upgrades. And that's it. Okay. You know, I guess when you upgrade, there's like little... How do you say? Little additions, little accessories you see here. Very simplistic drawings. Again, the art is not very good, to be honest. Well, it's not horrible or anything, it's just... very simple. But as far as I can tell, when I visited the developer, mt.saji, like their, how do you say, Pixiv? Or whatever, the Japanese site where they post drawings. As far as I can tell, the drawings like actually pretty good currently. In current year, actually, when I look through their gallery, it's actually pretty well done. And they actually made, as far as I can tell, as well, like many other games. They just haven't been translated. So there's a lot of games actually, a lot of free like indie Japanese games. Because sometimes what I do, I search, you know, far and wide for like interesting video games to play. But a lot of them are just in Japanese. There's like a lot of like videos are very popular in Japanese of these like these weird like indie games, right? Because I find a lot of indie games on itch.io as well. But there's also kind of like an itch.io equivalent of like Japanese games, you know. But I don't get to play them because I don't understand Japanese. I'm very bad at like interpreting numbers, but I think that's 50,000 plus, right? Let's see. Can we invade actually? Let's see. This is 300,000, and we have not. See, I'm bad with numbers. 500,000, right? That's correct. Yeah. So all right. So we have enough to conquer this small colony. Oop. Kill them all. This becomes a big hole. Thank you for your work. I have to wonder how one gets emotions. Hey, you seem to have a lot of emotion. Do I? Can you tell? Do you know how to get... do you know how you got them? Eh? What brought this up? I used to have a father once. Whenever I talked with my father, I would feel warm inside. And also when mommy was nice to me. Father and mommy? I guess Oto-san, Oka-san? Father was gone somewhere. And mommy is... My head's gone a bit fuzzy. I wonder if this is an emotion too. Slider, emotions are difficult. Right. You know, I imagine her as that, that typical anime personality trope of, I guess, kudere, maybe? Where they don't show a lot of emotion, I guess. You know, one of those characters that, like, has a blank expression usually, and speaks softly. It's that character trope, I guess. 100,000, sure. There you go. We can afford that now. We don't get those 4-star now, if possible. Ooh, there you go. Ta-da, 4-star. Matsutake. Haha. Yamabushi. One more. No, only 3-star. Honey. Alright. Oh, this one has a big mushroom. Bam! Now we're starting to get bigger mushrooms. There you go. Bam, bam. And realize. Any advice you have? Slider, humans once studied a certain mushroom. It was a mushroom intelligent enough to understand human language. But during this contact with humans, there was a feeling of injustice. So disgust. Well, that was explained in the previous game. Yeah, but we have 1 million. So we can actually just invade now. I guess that's all I'll do. Time to invade this large colony. Destroy them all. In a corner of the mushroom factory, there was a room I had never seen the inside of. I knew that Koni would stop by that room from time to time. At first I thought it was her room, but she often sleeps by the hot water pipes or in the gaps between conveyor belts. It's not her room. However, it's not a good idea to pry into people's personal lives. That's what I thought. But one day, something came over me. As I approached the room, a strong feeling of nostalgia gnawed at me. So I opened the door. It was a very simple room. There was a single pedestal and a doll placed in the corner. That's all it was, a simple, ordinary room. But on the pedestal, somehow my gaze was pulled, as if by force, to the girl lying there. The protagonist of the first game. She wasn't dead. I see her small chest rise and fall occasionally. Sleeping? I felt as if I knew this girl. From a long, long time ago, last week when I played the first game. But anyway, I feel something strong looking at her. Thank you for your work. Ah. That one there. That is my... She's... our mother. When the world turned out like this, I met her. My mommy. It's very young to be a mommy. Anyway, she was very gentle, and she was kind to me. I love her very dearly. But then, one day she suddenly fell asleep. I don't know why, or what caused it. I want to wake up my mommy. I want mommy to stroke my head again. And maybe those feelings can give us even stronger emotions. All this requires information, and human civilization has the solution. I'll try even harder, so please, help me. Sure. Let's continue destroying all humans, so I can wake up your mom. How is she her mom? I don't know, actually. Is it like a bird thing? Like, she was imprinted? I don't know if she directly made her, though. I don't know how that works. Anyway. Waha! Anything? When I first left the cave I grew up in, I lived with Mommy for a while. Mommy was kind, but she was also very, very scared. She always cried alone at night, and I was too stupid to do anything. Then Mommy fell asleep. And she was tired. Level 5. I don't need your level 3, come on. Level 5. Nope. Level 5. What is this banner? Rigged banner. Where's my pity? Where's my pity points or whatever? There you go, level 5. Chimaki. Ooh, and... Hirokuro. Let's see, Shirokuro, Chimaki. There you go. Oh, they're all green. They're like green. The entire body is green. Amazing. Ooh, very big mushroom. Alright, we have a very big number. Can we invade now? I'm assuming we can. But this is 5 million, so I think we have enough of 5 million, right? So let's destroy the entire building complex. Yay! Thank you for your work. On top of the mountain, there's a mansion. And in the basement of the mansion, there was a laboratory. That's where I was born. And you may have been born there too. That mansion's over 100 years old, and is all but ruins now. We need humanity's knowledge, but I'm looking into this place as well. Mama used to go to that lab when she was still awake. And I also want to find the answer. to the question of, what are we? I guess that's where the spirit of inquiry is for. I've been finding myself more and more active since meeting you. Maybe this is a partnership. That wasn't translated. You know, people who speak English don't go hoo-hoo. That's like a Japanese thing. That's an anime, Japanese trope. You go hoo-hoo. Anyway, I'm sure you'll do your best to let us keep being close. But there you go, like more, I guess lore, but mostly is what we already know already. It's kind of based on the first game, but I guess it's just to explain what happened in between now and then. I guess what happened to, I guess, what's her name? Nun? Like Nun is her name? Nun-chan? After, humanity has been mostly wiped out from the mushroom spores. She just kind of lived on because her body, as far as I know, doesn't break down very easily. So she's just still been surviving. It seems like, without any of the necessary needs that humans have, like, I don't know, food. It seems like she doesn't need that. And then she's been interacting with Konu-chan as well, using that lab. But like she's in despair, so she just cries a lot, and then she fell asleep into a coma. I'm assuming because of the trauma. I don't know. Like she can't take it anymore. She just goes to sleep. That's called depression, I think. Anyway, number go up. Not much to say. Just number go up. Anything you say? My father. By the time I came out of that cave, he was already gone. He was the head of a research facility on top of the mountain. He was kind, but didn't tell me much about him. I still remember the look on his face when I told him I wanted to go outside. But despite his sadness, he granted my wish. But now he's gone. Okay, so that basically confirms my theory. Not much of a theory, but yeah. She was the daughter of that scientist, or the scientist, that spearheaded this mushroom research in the first place. I'm assuming because his daughter was some kind of illness or whatever that prevented her from like living a normal life. Ooh, level 5. Yamamoto. Ooh. Sarario and Nun clone. Oh, you get a Nun clone? You can just get a Nun clone, I guess. Let's see, I guess I want to replace this with the Nun clone. Nun clone has like 300 culture, seems like. It's really good. So, a fake queen created by Splinter Group. They're attempting a recapture. Interesting. A Nun clone. Okay. There was a Splinter Group? There was like a rebellion against these mushrooms? Humanity is still fighting back against the mushrooms, I guess? Nun clone. I mean, there was a Nun clone, sorta, right? I don't know if this is the same Nun clone, but there was another Nun clone in the first game. It was like a whole like separate path. And there's like a whole mystery involving how the Nun clone, was trapped in the mansion for a long time. Spoilers. But it was never explained, what that led up to exactly. These are very big numbers. Let's see, is that enough zeros? How many zeros is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at 50-ish million. Is that enough to invade? I'm assuming it is. Let's see. I think we have enough. Let's go. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your work. I think that's a Japanese phrase. It's not just literally thank you. It's just like a thing you say. I'm assuming it's a Japanese phrase. I don't remember what it is, but you always see it in anime. But like, it's like when you're done for the day after you finish your job or whatever. I've been trying to study a lot lately. Konu is getting tired. I'm not a child anymore, so I guess I don't need to call myself by my name anymore. I named myself after my father, a mushroom, Kinoko, and my mommy. I took a part of each and gave them to myself. So I don't have a real name. Konu was never given a name. Why am I being so negative all of a sudden? When we're already so close to the end of this. I'm sorry. I don't actually know. I'm just feeling a bit off. Why is that? Ack. I'm doing it again. Let's stop talking about this. I'll tell you some good news instead. Finally, the humans have barricaded themselves in that last place left for them. Once we strike there, we can go anywhere in the world, freely. And with their knowledge, we can definitely wake up Mommy again. Almost. We're almost there. Let's go for it. Let's destroy them all. You know what, I kind of wish actually... I guess it's beyond the scope of the game, but I do kind of wish there was more to the whole invasion thing, you know? We just kind of click and then we win. I wish there was a bit more resistance, you know? We can actually see the factions, right? It's like it's Fallout New Vegas, basically. It's like you can see the different factions and how they're surviving in this wasteland. And how they're all being consumed by mushrooms. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're finally at the last stage of the plan. It's been a lot of work, but we're almost there. And if the humans' knowledge we bring back, maybe we can build a machine to wake her up. It's called an alarm clock, you know? You simply just grab an alarm clock. That's all we needed to do. Come on, I want like a really good one. Ooh, is that? That's level 5. Murder Nun clone. Murder Nun clone. Chimaki. Another Chimaki. And Murder Nun clone. A fake queen. Worshipped by Splinter Group. Verbal abuse is her scripture. Oh yeah, because she's always... I remember when you play as her in the previous game, she's a bit more snippy. Number go up. Number go up. Very high number. Slider, I'm getting kind of nervous. The deeper I dig into this, the more anxious I get. Why is that? That's because this is horrible for humanity. We're gonna kill them all. Is that like a bad thing? Oh well. So yeah, it says here... I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5. I guess, yeah, the maximum seems to be 5 as far as I can tell. Because you see these stars, and it's not very explained very well, I feel like. But I guess, like, level 1 is just 1 star. Level 2 is 1 and 2 stars. Level 3 is 1, 2, 3 stars. Level 4 is 2, 3, 4. Level 5 is 2, 3, 4, 5. And level 6 is just 4 and 5. So no matter what, you always get 4 and 5, I guess? Well, let me see it. Let me check my theory. Yeah, it's always 4 and 5. I think, are we at 5 trillion? Right? We're in the trillions now. We have 1 trillion mushrooms. More than 1 trillion mushrooms. So I think we have enough. Right? Alright. Let us conquer the last bastion of humanity. Pandemic, you know? That topical? At least the time the game was made, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. Congratulations, you've destroyed humanity. Thank you for your work. You did an amazing job. Now we can make the world our own. Yeah? Why am I laughing? I sound fit to be a demon lord in disguise. Gahaha! I am the mighty Laharo. Actually, I don't know what he sounds like. Does he sound like an English dub? I don't know. Yeah, now we can end this impulse that's been driving us. And I'm sure I can wake up Mommy now. So, why don't we laugh? In these situations. You're supposed to laugh great and loud. I read that in a book once. Hey Slider. I haven't really been able to have strong emotions yet, but I feel like I can go anywhere with you now. I really appreciate you sticking by me. Thank you. We did it. Okay. That's it? Kind of like a... How do you say? Kind of like a lukewarm kind of like ending to it, but I guess I didn't expect much from just a random spin-off game. I mean, not random, but you know. Ooh, a new item has been added. What is it? You know, what is the item? Be here? Oh, awakening machine. Wait a minute. Oh, we're not done yet. I thought we were done. They showed the credits and everything, but we're not done yet. There's actually a bit more. So, awakening mushroom. Mobilize 1 billion mushrooms to wake up mommy. Well, I already have 1 billion mushrooms. I was already working towards that, I guess. You've done it. Thank you for your hard work. Really, thank you. I couldn't have come this far without you. But I still feel kind of nervous. It's like a dry feeling that can't be quenched. Why is that? The blueprints for the machine to wake mommy up are finished. Surely, if I can see her again, my heart will be cleared. Right? I think we have 1 billion mushrooms, so... let us wake up. Mama. So the time has finally come, hasn't it? With all this research, I finally perfected the device to wake up mommy. I wonder if she'll praise me for this. Now, let's try it. This is... It worked. Slider, it really worked. Kono-chan? Mommy, I worked really hard to get here. This whole time. I've been waiting for you this whole time. Mommy. Mommy. I'm assuming in Japanese, it's probably something else. Not exactly mommy, but same meaning, I guess. Don't touch me. Mommy? To get mommy back, Kono worked really hard to gather knowledge from humans. To make a world where Kono, mommy, and the mushrooms can live all together. So you'll praise Kono, right? Shut up. It's all you monsters' fault. If it weren't for you, I... Ugh. Let's go. I'm sure mommy's just tired. Yes, that must be it. Maybe next time I'll bring her a present. If I do that. Ooh, a new item is mad. Okay. I mean, obviously Nun-chan is not very happy about the whole world being ended by mushrooms thing, so... Mommy, why do you hate me? Why do you hate us? She said not to touch her, but Kono didn't do anything wrong. I just have to give her a present. That'll make her happy. Yes, that's it. Let's present her a mountain of human corpses. No, that's gotta be it, right? It has to be. Mommy, gave me a present once. That doll I kept beside her. I was very shy, so she had to prepare to help me speak to her. That's why. I'm certain a present will help her too. A gift is 10 billion. $10 billion. Well, I think I already have enough, so... You know, it was all preparation. I was thinking, yeah, maybe there was a little bit more after whole invasion thing. In which case, I came prepared, because I already have a whole bunch of mushrooms. Let us get a gift. Mommy, I brought you something. Do you like it? Kono worked really hard on it, you know? I don't need your goddamn present. Mommy. Get out of here! Go away! Mom. Nun-chan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Slider. Kono knew this might happen. I've been collecting bits and pieces about the Institute, and the horrible things it did to Nun-chan. I knew after everything that happened to her, she'd have every right to hate us mushrooms. I'm sad now. Completely crushed by sadness, in fact. This is... a strong emotion, is it not? I think I have an idea what I can do for Nun-chan. That has to make her happy. With all this knowledge and the science behind mushrooms, surely. Hey, Slider? Could you help me out just for a little bit longer? I want to save Nun-chan. A new item has been uttered. I found out everything. A father kidnapped mommy and forced her to become an experiment. And the result was me. The one who destroyed mommy's world. The world of humans was also me. My selfishness was the cause of all this. Slider. But I still love mommy. I have to do what she really wants. A mere gift isn't good enough. I have to make her happy. Please help me. Okay. I'm a machine. Elusai Kanguru. 100 billion mushrooms. I think I have enough, right? I have like 1 trillion, so. Alright, let's take mommy back to the past, where shitty games suck ass. Oh, actually I don't have enough, never mind. Wait, how much is that? 100 billion. Wait, how much is 100 billion? Okay, I need a little bit more, okay. Crazy, I actually need even more. I thought the numbers were already really high. So never mind. But yeah, apparently she's gonna build a time machine. Now, I wonder what the implication is for the plot then. You know, it might be more important to the plot than I thought. Because if she creates a time machine... I mean, I'm guessing that creates the murder nun, right? Is that what it is? Is that how that all connects to each other? But how does that make sense? Because technically, I remember in the epilogue of the first game, there was a normal Nunchan, you know? There was a normal Nunchan, like this one, but also the murderous intent Nunchan as well. The one that I guess is this one, where it's like she's really angry about the whole all of humanity thing. Alright. It's time to travel back to the past. Back. Into the first game, I guess. And so we finally completed the time machine. It was a crude, ominous rectangular box. The girl, screaming, wailing, and crying, eventually tired herself out and fell asleep. We carried her gently, and as if placing her in a coffin, laid her in the machine. I hoped she was having a pleasant dream. She almost looked like an angel as she slept. It's time to send the girl to the past, to the good times she once lived. Kono said this is what will make her happy. And with everyone watching over her, all like 100 billion mushrooms, I guess, Konu pushed the button. The ominous box disappears into nothing. But I was not looking at the box. I was looking at Konu. Goodbye, Mommy. I met her gaze as she whispered something. She looked at me and gave a lonely smile. Thank you for your work. I wonder if this is how my father felt when he sent me off into the world. Father died so I could live out here. He was tormented by the guilt of everything horrible he did to Nunchan, while also wishing for his daughter to live in the new world. Regret and relief, and all sorts of other feelings all mixed up and blurring together. That's how I, too, am feeling now. I didn't want these kinds of emotions. I wish I'd stayed a child. Slider, can I cry? Just a little? Please, let me lean on you. What am I? You know, I thought it was like a tiny little mushroom, but I'm not sure how big I am. And she cried like that for a long, long time. I just watched her like that. I guess there you go. That's the real ending. What is that? I don't know what that implies. I don't know. That's like that has lore implications, you know, in the mushroom cinematic universe. I feel like. I'm not sure. But again, my theory is that it seems like that was the version of Nunchan that was like really angry. So I'm assuming that's what led into New Game Plus mode, which if you didn't watch the first game, my playthrough of that, you know, you might not know, but you know, that's basically what it is. It seems like it you know, the angry version of her goes back to the past in NG Plus. Yay! Clear reward! You get password 375642279. Use this in Mushtopia EX. Great. I guess I'll write that down. Eventually when Mushtopia EX gets translated, maybe? A new item? Another one? Wait, is it over yet? Statue of our goddess. Not over yet, Snake. Not over yet, Snake. What do you have to say? Goodbye, Mommy. I'm sure she'll live happily in the past again. Will I disappear from this, then? No. She probably went to a parallel world. But I'm left all alone now. Human emotions are so complicated. I never really understood anything until I woke Mommy up. I was just being a selfish child. Slider. Are you the only one who will stay by me forever? No, actually, when I finish this game, I'll never open this game ever again. No, Alright. It took a while, but I think I have 1,000,000,000,000 mushrooms finally. Let's make a goddamn statue. A statue of Mother Goddess was erected on the invasion screen. Right. Amazing. Mobilize all mushrooms to offer to Mother Goddess. Man. Give the offering? Sure. Okay. Is that it? Is that... Was it all just to add a little sprite on the screen and that's it? I don't know. Am I supposed to donate even more? Is there like an end game to this or is it infinite? I don't know. Was it all just not worth it? Are you kidding me? Do you have anything to say about this? Father regretted everything by the end of his diary. I'm sure he felt the same way I do now. But Mom, Nun-chan, I was at least able to protect. All thanks to you. Alright, so it's me from the future. Except, I guess not really, because, you know, I'm still relatively in the past. But anyway, when I was editing the footage, I've learned there's at least a few more things I wanted to show. And so as you can see here, I played a little bit more of the game off screen. Numbers very high. I guess one of the things was that she has a few more things to say actually. So let's check that out real quick. As it turns out, you can click on her some more. And she explains more of the lore. So, what was her voice again? Be like, Nun-chan was kidnapped and locked in a laboratory. Father wanted to use her to make spore bombs to get revenge on the humans. He tricked Nun-chan into growing them by walking around the mansion. That's basically what happened in the first game. Father was originally just a mushroom who lived peacefully somewhere far away. The humans studied it, taught him language, and gave him intelligence. That was the beginning of the end. Okay, so I mean, okay. I was wondering who exactly the father was. I mean, I had a very strong suspicion that it was, you know, Kinoko in the first game, but I guess that confirms it. It had been 25 years after Nun-chan had produced the first spore bomb. Unlike the mushrooms of today, which have been selectively bred for speed and yield, they were a very time-consuming product back then. Father abused Nun-chan and made her grow bombs again and again. It had been 75 years after Nun-chan was kidnapped. Father ended up liking her before he knew it. Well, it's more like he wanted to know love. What he put Nun-chan through was even more cruel than before, and a haze of delusions, hallucinations, and dreams, a long, long hell just for her. It was an isolated island in the middle of the sea from which Nun-chan was forced to escape. But it was a world with no way out, and being trapped there endlessly drove her insane. Father eventually felt sorry for her and erased the memory of that time. But it was this torment that resulted in my birth. Huh. That's strange. I never heard of that, actually. Like, apparently there was a time in between, you know, when she was like making those spore bombs in the first game. Apparently she was also like in a side episode where she was on a isolated island for some reason. Huh. I mean, I guess that explains some of the trauma. I mean, it's already traumatic, you know, just the first game in general was already traumatic, but I guess there was double trauma apparently that was erased from her memories. I'm assuming that's what she means by that. I wonder if that's explored in any of the other like games that were untranslated. Anyway, I was born on the 76th year of her confinement. Father took good care of me at the time. He now understood love, and because of this, he started to regret what he had done to Nin-chan. He thought about apologizing to her and letting her kill him as penance. A little cut off, but selfishness has forever deprived me of that opportunity. I just want to see the outside world. A little cut off there. On the 100th year, father chose to let me out of the house. Can't survive in sunlight, so to let me live in the outside world, he resumed his old plans. We became the wings to drop the spore bombs on the city. All to create a world where I can live. Slider, I wonder if we as mushrooms should never have been born. What I've been doing is wrong. There's no point in ruling a world like this after all. I have to think of it this way, sad as it is. As we stand at the top of everything. It's vain of me to say it like that, huh? Stay by my side, forever. Don't let me go. Oh, there's a bit of some untranslated part? Or... alright, using handy-dandy Google Translate. I guess, yeah, this is just an untranslated line. She's just saying, like, Slider, how are you? I wonder if my heart is like the weather today. I guess something like that. Very rough translation. It's no use having regrets all the time, right? It's difficult, but I'll do my best. You do your best, too. Thinking back on it, I never really knew her that well. The time we spent together was really short. Nun-chan's heart was on the verge of breaking, and I just carelessly enjoyed life. If only I could just live in peace with her, I would have been so happy. It would be nice if a world like that existed, somewhere in a different parallel timeline that the developer probably creates in a different spin-off game, I don't know. That time machine. Maybe I'll build another one someday. I don't know, man. Do you wanna mess with the timeline again? Gonna be convoluted. Would you come with me, traveling through time and space? I'm tired, and we're at the end of my ramblings. Slider, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for staying by me this whole time. I love you. Okay, it's making me feel bad about this mushroom girl that is now stuck in the world with only other mushrooms and no other human beings left, and we're like her only friend. Anyway. Alright, so the one other thing I wanted to show, actually, I thought this didn't do anything when you donated a bunch of mushrooms, but I got the number very, very high, to the point where I don't even know how to read this number. But I spent several hours, and I even just like left the game on, you know, in the background as well. So if you donate this amount of mushrooms, I don't know what the limit is exactly, but actually, one of the ways I learned... There you go. One of the reasons I learned that there's actually a flag state where after you reach a certain amount is because I actually looked through the game files, and you know, I learned that there's a few things in the game files that are interesting, but one of them is a golden statue. So there you go. I don't know what this message says exactly, so let me go back to the handy-dandy Google Translate. Okay, so it says here, this is the end of Mushtopia. Thank you for playing this far. After that, you can collect as many mushrooms as you want. See you in the sequel. Alright, so it's just a congratulations, Shinji, you know, message. That's all it really is. I spent all that time just get a thank you from the developer. Amazing. Well, you know. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show. So I think we'll just cut back to the original footage where I talk about my final thoughts about the game. But there you go, that's the game. Again, you know, my thoughts in the game. To be honest, it's okay. Really, the most important part that I got from the game was just the lore tidbit, really. And I don't know if it's worth it. It's because, you know, it's just very, very simple spin-off. Very simple idle clicker, very simple, like, gacha mechanics. It's not really all that special. Compared to the first game, to be honest, you know? So, definitely, I like the first game a lot better. But I don't know, again, maybe this wasn't meant to be taken too seriously. It's just like a silly little side game, maybe. I don't know. I know there's a sequel to this game that hasn't been translated yet, but it's called Mushtopia EX. I guess if it ever gets translated, maybe I'll check that out too. You know, maybe it's much more improved in terms of actual mechanics and much more, I guess, engaging maybe? I'm not sure. I guess I'll do my little sign off. So that'll be it for Mushtopia. I'm not ending the stream yet, but for those of you watching, I guess, the video eventually that I'll make out of this game, then if you didn't know, I stream these games live. So if you like to, you can check out my other content on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe and change the notification bell from personalized to all to get notified when I go live. You can also follow my Twitch if you like. And again, if you haven't already, then you could check out the game this is based off of, Kinoko-Nun, on my channel. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.